Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And it is saying that we are live.
Yay, we're live.
We are live. Let me find us so I can answer questions as we go. Here we are.
You.
Amazing. Hello, Rebecca. How are you? Great to see you. I'm going to put my my phone up here.
And I'm just going to share this bad boy.
Oh, and I need to share it as well, actually.
Yeah.
We are on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, we are.
Hello, please say hi while you're tuning in. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I love to feel your energy. Oh, no, I don't want to start a watch party. Hello, everybody. I don't know what's going on here. And watch party. Okay.
We've had a few technical difficulties tonight.
have Rashita from Sydney, Rebecca from New South Wales South Coast. Whereabouts on the South Coast are you, Rebecca? Say hi when you're jumping on, everybody. We're so excited that you're here. Thank you. I think I just need to like now. Oh, awesome. Welcome. We have just been literally in the last 10 minutes trying to work out the Zoom. It's been one of those days today, but we're super grateful that you're here. And with us, we've got Casey, Bella, Rebecca, Gayleen, Chinchilla, Queensland. Oh my God, how amazing. That's quite inland, isn't it? We've got Tina. Oh, Wollongong. I love Wollongong. We've got Alicia from Cootamundra. Hello, it's so good to see your face again, beautiful. Kat. Welcome to the Sisterhood Hour. I am here joined with my beautiful comrade in purpose, Katie Ray Dixon. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you for having me, babe. I'm jamming out with you.
And tonight we're really here. We just want to say like, thank you so much for joining us. And if this is something that you are tuning into in yourself right now, and you know that you really need to be here, stay on, stay with us, stay tuned, because we are going to be talking about the M word, money, right? Now, so really just want to share with you our deep intentions first for this session tonight. And I'll share my deep intention because I can't speak for Katie, and then Katie can share hers. But my deep intention, and always ever is to guide you back to your remembrance, for you to remember the truth of your absolute worth, for you to remember the truth of your birthright of abundance, but not just as a concept, as an embodiment, as a remembrance. I deeply desire for you to jump off this session tonight and then feel activated to carry on the rest of your days in alignment with the truest abundance that is your birthright. Is that okay with you? That is my intention tonight, to just drop bombs, take away a few veils, undo, unveil, debunk, dissolve pieces of the scarcity programming of the slavery programming that is interweaved within your subconscious and your DNA. So that's why I'm here tonight, and that's my intention. Thank you, Katey.
I love that. Yeah, sister, my deepest and purest intention is to really, help you see through the illusions, like actually just clear the waters and the distortions and activate the pieces within you that remember this as truth, that know this as truth, because this is your truth. And there's been cloudy, murky programmings and conditioning that have come in that stop us from remembering truth. And it's not even about like learning anything new. It truly is about the remembrance. So I'm here to activate, I'm here to clear, I'm here to make you feel inspired and to really help you shift your relationship with money. Like if you're in a place where money doesn't feel good in your body, like even when we say that, if it doesn't feel good, I want it to feel so fucking good. I want it to feel juicy. I want you to feel love and excitement and expansion around money, because it's such a powerful, powerful tool, especially if you're a conscious entrepreneur or a spiritual business owner, or if you're someone like a light worker with a really big message on your heart that you want to bring to the world. You need money. So yeah, that's my intention. And I'm so excited to be here.
Beautiful. Thank you, sister. So what about you? What about you that are watching? We have 31 of you here right now on this session. There's no mistake or no accident in anything. If you desire to participate in this with us and allow us in to devein some of the slavery programming that keeps you feeling suppressed. And when I share the feeling of suppression, when I share the slavery programming, what does it look like? It looks like always constantly choosing based on prices, choosing your life based on the price of something, glorifying and celebrating bargains. This is not a bad thing, by the way. I'm not saying this to negate it, because this is who I've been. And this is more of a not really knowing the ingrained programming that has actually separated us as a collective from cracking like ceilings of prosperity. So here's one for you. Did you know that the word money has no money in it? The word money has no money in it. On a vibrational frequency, and if any of you that are watching are into numerology and understand that there is frequency in everything, everything is in fact frequency. The frequency of money is the lowest vibrational frequency it could ever be. So the actual word money itself is the absolute polar opposite for abundance itself. But we as a society have in fact been using the word money in the hope of experiencing abundance, but because of the potency of the separation, the polar opposite separation of abundance and money, we have literally been suppressed from understanding, experiencing, intrinsically embodying our true worth. We continue to operate through life, devaluing and valuing. I see Matthew here, you said devalue, but we've been trained to operate through life, valuing ourselves based on material wealth, monetary wealth. And if we don't, and I know all of this too well, I used to be in a situation, right, where I would have $10 to my account in my name. And I would deem myself unworthy. I would feel depressed. I would feel anxious. I would feel like failure. I would feel shameful because I've got only $10. But then I would have, say, $100 in my account. And for some reason, I would feel better about myself. I would feel like I could do more things. I could feel like I'm enabled. But there is something super problematic with this conversation. The conversation around valuing ourselves as being valuing ourselves based on how much money we have. There is something seriously wrong with that conversation. And it's not right. It's actually, and I will not stand for it. I cannot stand for this as part of our society. And I refuse to pass this down to my children. I refuse, because the truth is that our worth has never, ever, ever devalued. We are the most worthy, the most worthy beings in the entire universe, along with every other being in the entire universe. We are more valuable than any monument. We are more valuable than any Lamborghini. We are more valuable than any city. One human life is more valuable in worth than Las Vegas, one of the most wealthy cities in the world. But unfortunately, we have been trained to believe that life is worth less than material wealth. There is something seriously not right about that.
Totally. And that whole programming of believing that we're not worthy, like everywhere we look, we're living in a consumer society. And, you know, Adam Roller has a beautiful, beautiful poem about this, about worthiness, and it's called "You Are Everything You've Been Looking For" or something like that. And it states how, you know, we're always told that once we have this, then we'll be worthy, or once we buy this thing, then we'll be worthy. And it's that seeking outside of ourselves and believing that we first need something in order to become worthy that actually keeps us so stuck and confined from abundance and prosperity and wealth and love and pleasure, because we only allow in what we believe we're worthy of. Like everything we actually desire is already out here for us. It's already available to us, but we can only allow it in if we believe we're worthy of it. So that's such a beautiful point there, sister. Thank you for bringing that up.
And for those of you that really caught on to the word money, I really want you to feel this in your body. I really want you to feel this in your body and really understand it, because I believe that we all have the ability to connect with the truth of this. Money as a frequency is low vibrational. It's like a cement block, money. But using words such as currency instead, or abundance instead, or wealth, and interweaving this into your dialogue as opposed to using the word money will dramatically and drastically shift your frequency of abundance. Now, it's never the money that we're chasing, it's the feeling of abundance. Money is a resource. Money is not the thing. The money is not the end result. Money is a resource for us to create, and it's a resource to help us be in our creation. It's an energetic exchange. It's not the thing. Investment, Jess, Perfect. Investment, currency, wealth, abundance. Shift those words alone in your language, in your family's language, and your life will dramatically shift. So a couple of weeks ago, not the weekend that just went, but the weekend before that, I had an experience where you could say that, well, no, it happened. I had an experience where the Galactic Federation, I refer to them as the Galactic Council, a body of consciousness, chose my vessel, chose me to speak through me. It was very unexpected. It was of an evening where it was not an intention of mine for this to happen, but obviously kind of it is. I'm always open, and I'm always in communication with spirit, always in communication with spirit. But this body of consciousness, and we have footage to actually prove this. I wasn't just on my own. I had girlfriends that were with me, and they actually filmed it. It's a sacred footage that it's not something that I like to share because it's very sacred to me. But in this, the message that came through is a message for all of us. And the message that kept coming through was belief is the answer. Belief is the answer. Belief is the portal to creation. Belief. It's basically what they're showing us and sharing with us was that belief is the key. And this is something that I discovered years ago, is that my life reflected what I believed. So for example, Pamela, if you have a belief system or ingrained in your memory is that you believe that money will cause fights, that is what will keep showing up in your reality. Now, for me, I believed subconsciously that I would never get ahead. I believed that because of the pattern of my life, that I would never earn more than $1,000 a week. I believed that because that was the pattern of my life. And belief is something that is literally the thing. The difference between me now and me a few years ago, when now I actually I live my dream life. I live my dream life. I am abundant in all ways. I believe there's so much more. I believe I have access to it all. I believe that I am worthy. The difference between me now and me then was my belief system. And that's the only difference. We can be resourceful. We have access to all of the resources.
And not until we actually believe as well, like until we shift our beliefs, identify them and shift them, that the opportunities will come. Because like they're out there, but if you believe that they're not and you believe that they don't exist, then you're not going to be able to see them, or you're going to think that it's like a scam, or your logical mind's going to be like, no, because I don't believe this.
Absolutely. And so belief is everything. And also the slavery programming. And I'll keep referring to this. This is something that keeps coming up, because if you could really see what is actually going on, and the patterns in which that we've been born into a society, and the rules that we've been born into, honestly, it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's massive. Whoa. Massive.
And I just want to, notice Karen here, you've got money is not a God. Money is not a God. We are God. That's going to really ruffle a few feathers, and I'm okay with that because I believe that. I believe that God experiences God through us. God experiences God through us, and we are God. We are tangible creators. Money is not God, we are. And our well-being is in fact our overhead. Our well-being is in fact the most important because we are the most worthy. This is for every single human, every single being. Our well-being is the most important thing for us to take care of, because when we take care of our well-being, we are able to literally create anything we desire. If we have the most truest integral intentions to create a better world, to serve humanity, to serve our family, and our well-being is taken care of. It's that analogy, that example, right? To always take care of ourselves first. That is so
Fill
true.
ourselves up. Yeah. Give ourselves what we need to be full so we can actually do the things that we need to do. Because when we're empty, like I'm sure we've all experienced it, when we're empty and we're just trying to do all of these things, our energy is just, it's not full. And when we're full and we're powerful and we channel it into like our creation, into what's truly on our heart, it's so freaking powerful, and it's needed. It's actually needed to get a business off the ground. It's actually needed to step into your soul's work. Is your full devotion and having your needs met is going to allow you to do that.
Totally. And yeah, like Pamela says, wow, massive download there. God is living through us. It's so true. It's like, if you can imagine, if I can bring this into tangible, like if you can imagine this, if you can imagine God wearing, like this is where we have to imagine something, right? But just so you can get the concept of what this is like, imagine God is wearing like a virtual reality, right? And God can actually see what we see. God is like, everything that we do, everything that we see, everything that we experience, God is able to do that. That is what is happening. This is what this is. And we are actually living, and we've pedestaled and we've separated ourselves from the concept of God. We've separated ourselves. And again, I know there will be a lot of people that believe that God isn't outside of us. How could that be? We are this is how we've been so suppressed. We've been so suppressed as a society, as a humanity. We have been so suppressed from our absolute genius and our absolute intelligence and our absolute miracle. We are a miracle. And it just so blows my mind how we've been okay to separate ourselves from all of the glory. If you only need to look into your children's eyes and realize that God lives within them. You only need to look into the eyes of any child and any animal, anyone that you love, and realize that God lives within them and doesn't choose. God doesn't choose. All part of the matrix, suppression of free thought and disconnection from source. Absolutely, Jason, on point. So I don't know where we're going with this. I just love this. So for those of you that are on and watching, what is this like for you? What does money mean to you? What does currency mean to you?
And how do you feel in your body when like we talk about this? Like what emotions, how do you feel when we speak about money, or when you even think about money? Like what's the initial vibration you send out?
Close your eyes and feel it. It'll show up in your body. You'll feel a discomfort. Karen, no matter what we feel comfortable with, God, Allah, source, we are from our maker. We are our maker, and we return. Yummy. Yes. Money is energy. Yes. 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 someone shared, it's really interesting, especially with a lot of the light workers that I mentor. Karen, I don't like money. It makes me frustrated, I think. Yeah. And again, Karen, that comes down to the conversation around worthiness. And it's not you not worthying yourself, but it's a conversation that we've been led to believe or trained to believe that money and our worth is based on money. And so when we don't have it, we're not worthy. It has everything to do with all of that. And I get it. I totally get that, Karen, because a few years ago, I rejected money so hardcore. I was like, I'm so happy to not have money. It was too hard to make. Money's too hard to make. I'll never get by. Scarcity mindset, talking about money makes me feel uncomfortable. Loving you so much, Joe. Thank you so much for sharing that. And that discomfort in itself, what if money could feel neutral? What if money was just like this book? How we feel about this book. That is actually how money should feel. It should feel so neutral, and it should make complete sense when it's here, and it should make complete sense when it's not here. Because when it's not here, clearly we've invested it somewhere, and invested it in somewhere that actually is for us. But we have such an unhealthy relationship with it, like we reject it so much and we wonder why it's not around. What if this literally the neutrality, this could be the neutrality of the conversation. You could just be talking about a cup of tea. That's how it should be. Karen, money is a business, yet the barter system of time and love is always free, therefore priceless. Depends on how it is used. If used for power, it can be good, helping others, but the greed of some people is sickening. Yeah, and this is exactly why those of us that are actually watching this right now, and those of us that have great intentions, and those of us that actually desire to help our community and society and humanity, that is exactly why we should have the money. So that's the question. When we continue to reject money, it continues to stay in the wrong hands.
And that's why it's so important. Because money is just an energy. It's neutral, and it doesn't have meaning until you give it meaning. Like, it is an amplifier. And there are people that know how to make money, and a lot of money is in the wrong hands. It really is. And the slavery consciousness that's been weaved into society is keeping us suppressed, has been keeping us suppressed, and stopping us from actually creating, from actually seeing the truth that money is limitless. That, like, if we need more money, we just make it. Like, COVID has been such a beautiful example of that. Like, we needed more money, they printed it out and they got it out there. And this is the limitlessness of money. And when you can understand this and break down the distortions, kind of unplug from the slavery consciousness, the matrix, then you're equipped to actually have the money you desire to actually go and do the things in the world that you want to do.
Beautiful. Exactly. And that's the truth. Money has never changed who I am. Money has never changed who I am, and it shouldn't. If money changes who you are, that means you need a lot of work to do around your self-worth.
What are your intentions behind actually creating money?
But money for me, and I'm going to use the word currency because I'm consciously removing the word out of my dialogue. I choose to use currency. I choose to use wealth. I choose to use abundance. But currency for me enables me to serve at my greatest. Currency for me allows me to host spaces, to hire out venues, It allows me to ensure that I have the right facilities and the right instruments and the right medicines and the right people to help serve. It enables me to serve beyond my like it enables me to expand on my resources so I continue to serve more. For those that actually know me, like really truly know my intentions, I'm so devoted to this work of really serving my people. But I cannot and I could not and I refuse to be scarce around this journey. I need currency to help me, and this is what currency is for. She wants to help us. Currency wants to help us serve humanity. But when we have a rejection around it, when we have a belief system around it being bad or being being a catalyst of greed, it's not actually the currency, in fact, that's doing that. It's the worthiness within the people that actually have the currency. But while we're rising, when we can rise together and actually abolish the limiting beliefs and the limiting stories that we carry around currency, the more that we rise, the more that we can be in that relationship with currency so we can serve with currency. And it is for the people who desire to serve. And this is those of us that are entrepreneurial. Everybody deserves currency. I truly believe that everybody deserves the best well-being. I truly believe that everybody deserves to allow their children to allow their families to be abundant and nourished. I truly deserve that every single person needs, every single person needs to remember the truth of their worthiness, to literally use currency, but to receive it and actually live abundantly.
It's like experiencing the fullness of. And I just was in the comments and I seen a thing that money isn't everything, and it's not everything. Like, it's just an energy, and it's also a powerful tool. It's a powerful tool that allows choice. And I believe that when we have choice, we have freedom. And we're not confined. And freedom for me, it's like freedom is actually my highest value. And I see that money is such a beautiful currency, is such a beautiful tool, a sacred tool to co-create with a beautiful energy that is here to support us to live our dreams, to be on mission, to embrace life and experience the fullness of. And not everyone actually feels called to this work, and I really want to preference that if you don't, it's okay. It is so okay. If you are happy where you're at, and if this really doesn't interest you, then that's perfect. Like, not everyone is for this work, and we totally respect that as well. Like, we're not here to tell anyone what to do. We're just here to ignite the things within you and to allow you, those that are ready, to actually see and to remember.
Emma is in the house. Sister, we need to stop downplaying abundance and what it has done for us. Absolutely. And this is where leading into now the in the link in the comments above, we are offering a 4-day immersion to literally rewire, to declutter, devein, debunk any of your belief systems around money that keeps you suppressed. What would it feel like to literally have no cap on what you can invest in and what you can receive? What would it feel like to not have to make decisions based on how much money you have? What would it feel like for all of your basic needs to be completely met and some? What would it feel like to never, ever, ever feel suppressed from your fullest expression and your fullest worth? What would that feel like? And this is what we're here. This is New Earth. Any suppression around currency is wrong. That has been trained into us. Any suppression around currency, and if that's okay for you to feel suppressed, that is okay. We're not here to enforce this on anyone, but we're here for those of you that actually believe this and feel it in your body.
Those that believe it
are hearing this and then are like, I actually believe this. If for those of you that truly wish to believe that there must be more than the 9 to 5, for those of you that truly believe there must be more than waking up worried every morning and worried when you go to sleep, for those of you that desire so much to go through a whole day without checking your bank account, hoping that you have enough for any of the payments that come out, for those of you that desire so much to be at the petrol bowser and not have to watch how much you're putting in there, budgeting your petrol merely because you have to budget your life. Those of you that desire to not have to live the rest of your life like that, this is for you. It isn't for everyone. It isn't for everyone. And it is a topic that makes you feel squeamish. If you feel squeamish, this is for you. If you feel uncomfortable with this conversation, this is for you. If you have a problem with any investments, this is for you. So this is, and the reason why is because it's not okay to be governed in this way. And just know that your discomfort in your body, you're passing it down to your children. The squirm that you have when you speak of investment and you think about it, and your bank account now, if it's in reflection and it's not where you desire to be, you're passing that down to your children. Is that okay? No, I don't believe that. I speak for our children. And it's also not okay for you to be like that, to feel that way. Jason, if you breathe and pay taxes, this is for you. Amazing. The link is above. We have incredible guests in there. And I mean incredible guests who have literally cracked abundance codes like no other. And it has everything to do with rewiring your belief system and nothing to do what you think you don't have. If you're afraid, if you're like, oh, it's not for me, I'm not, this is for you. Like, this is actually for everybody. And our devotion to this is for you to experience a transformation in 4 days. So you actually walk away and go, wow. We've had people at the last program that we facilitated. One of our girls, I spoke to her yesterday and she said that in 1 month, she paid off a $10,000 bill that has been looming over her head for a very long time. It's because she shifted something. She's now having conversations about, instead of taking out loans, being able to pay things outright because she's understanding investment in a different way. I love you, Kirsten, and this is for you. I love you so much, Kirsten, and thank you for being here. And thank you for leaning into your edge, because I know this was a huge edge for me. I resisted this so much. In fact, I hated it so much. I would be the one that would be off this live already. So thank you for sticking around, and thank you for following your instincts. So yeah, and it's interesting. I love how I've seen that this, unless we're giving things away for free, right? Readings, there would be over 60 people on this video right now, because if we're giving away free readings, that is, again, is another sign of the conditioning of our society. We would rather receive for free than invest. We've already been trained to literally downplay each other's worth. We have literally been trained to downplay each other's worth and make that okay. And that's not okay. What would it feel like to literally be coexisting in a world where we really are neutral around money, where Caitlin can say to me, yo, I want to do this thing, it's $500. And I'm like, yo, that's totally cool. Because I know it's coming back. What would it be like to actually really, truly feel so connected to currency so you actually truly understand that it's always coming?
That's circulating.
Here. It's always here. And whatever you need is going to be here, but it's us that actually have to shift our belief system. So if you feel this, click on the link. The value in the container itself in the 4 days is over $10,000 worth. How do I know that? Because I started working with the facilitators, all of them, and I've gone from earning $500 a week to, in the last year, generating over $350,000 in my light worker enterprise. And that's not because I'm any different to anyone. It's just I have a different belief system. So for $22, it's $22 to join this immersion for 4 days. Oh, Kirsten, you're amazing. I'm squirming. It feels good. The info feels good. We really want to bring you back to your truth, your remembrance. So we are inviting you. This is an invitation for the squirmers.
Yeah.
There's 15 of you that have stuck around. This is for you. It's going to finish and you're going to go, oh, I should have done it. We're here. We're devoted to transforming lives. So this next year, for every single person that is in there, and the next decade that follows is completely shifted. And we're not recycling the last decade.
And it's not passed on to the future generations.
For those of you that know me, you know that I don't do this for currency. It means, again, I'm neutral with currency. I'm so neutral. I'm doing this for humanity. I'm doing this for everybody to literally devein every limiting belief. Every limiting belief. Why? Because it helps our people. It helps our children, children's children. It helps humanity. It helps Gaia. She needs our frequency. She needs us to free ourselves. So, I always get really ignited with this stuff because I've been there and I'm here, and I want everyone to be here. I want every single person to experience this glorious life that I live. And I live it because I changed, and I changed my belief system. That's all. And this means it's attainable for everyone. It's attainable for anyone. So, Katie, is there anything else you desire to share?
I feel like I'm in a love bubble just listening to all of this. Is there anything I desire to share? Yeah, just that 18 months ago, 12 months ago, me and Jax, we were in a very different situation than what we are now. And we did want out of it. Although we were triggered, we knew that there was something else. We knew that there was more. And what got us to this point was taking the hands of people who'd done the things that we wanted to do and taking them and journeying with them. And right now with the Currency Illusion, that is what we are doing. We are extending our hands to you if you desire to shift out of the reality that you're currently in right now. If you desire to experience freedom and to have more options and to experience the fullness of who you are and your own capabilities and the possibilities, then this is why we're here right now. So we're extending the hand. If you want to grab it, come grab it and come for a ride.
Yeah, we're truly not here to convince anyone. I seriously do not need to convince anyone, because I am living my best life. And this, like Katie said, it's an invitation. It's an invitation so you can live the next rest of your life without feeling that tightness in your chest when you look at your bank account. So you can actually at least understand it, at least understand currency so it doesn't hurt you anymore. I desire for you to not feel pain around currency, the word, the experience of it. I really desire to ignite your wisdom around the circulation of the energy. Instead of feeling targeted, instead of feeling punished, instead of feeling victimized, to actually be triumphant in the conversation around currency, be triumphant in the wisdom around currency, and go, yo, I get it. Oh, it's all good. I'm not being punished. That is, I really desire for everyone to feel freedom, regardless of where you're at, right? I'm not here to make you rich. I don't desire to make you rich. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to alleviate and abolish the pain that you have in your relationship with currency. Because poverty mindset is in fact the pain and the suffering around currency. That is what poverty mindset is. And that is why if you go to a country that is less fortunate than us in terms of material, you'll find that their villagers are so happy, even though they don't have the things we have. But that's because they value relationship more than currency. They're happy. But we're in a society where currency rules. So why not mend your relationship with it? This is not a get rich. We're not trying to get anyone rich. We're here for you to mend your relationship with currency. So, loving you all. Please click on the link. If you've been called, you've been drawn, click on the link, join us. We start next week. Our Facebook group has opened. It's full fire in there, and we're here to nurture you. We're here to love you. We're here to show you. We're here to guide you. We're here to help you transform your belief system. Love you guys.
Mwah. See you on the inside.